Hypenese, my name is HyperHimes, and welcome to something a little bit different. Now, you can kind of see, what is this? Is this a little tier list? Well, it is a tier list. Before I even tell you what it's for, I have to tell you why I'm doing this. I've seen all of these videos about tier lists, you know, Minecraft music video parodies, the NFL, fast food joints, like all that crap. But let's be honest, there's only really one tier list that we all need, and that's the ranking of a good and a bad Skullgirls character. Now, if you don't know what Skullgirls is, it's basically like a similar game, kind of like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but in a way much more goofy style, and with a lot more feminine characters. Not saying that there aren't male characters in the game, but there's a lot more females than there are males. Without further ado, we better get started on this before I waste any more time. We have all the 8 characters from the normal play, and we have the 6 from DLC. We have Philia, Cerebella, Peacock, Parasol, Misfortune, Painwheel, Valentine, and Double. And from DLC, we have Squiggly, Big Band, Fuqua, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Eliza, Beowulf, and Robo Fortune. So, without further ado, we should probably start off with the main character, the protagonist of the game, at least supposedly that's what they say, Philia. Now, on the side of the screen on my second monitor, I actually have a bunch of the information about the characters. So, about Philia, Philia was once a normal schoolgirl until one night her hair was possessed by a parasite named Samson, resulting in amnesia. She is said to be the granddaughter of Lorenzo Medici, although this is yet to be directly addressed in the game or confirmed by Lab Zero Games. And basically, here's all basically the information you know. She's female, age is 16, her birthday is on March 18th, with the AB blood type at the height of 5'4". It actually interested me that she was only 16 years old. I thought she was like, I don't know, 20 plus, jeez. With a weight of 142 ibs and measurements of 34C, 26 to 39. She likes eating, coffee, milkshakes, I thought that said feeding, reading and learning radio dramas, comics, romance novels, and dogs. And she dislikes Samson's bluffing and gambling, seeing innocents get hurt, hair getting tangled, I wonder why, being lied to, and side effects of Samson's parasitism. So basically, it's basically saying, she's good. It makes sense for her to be a really good protagonist. I'm not saying that she's a bad character. She's actually a really good character. But do I think she's protagonist worthy? Well, actually, it does say that she's known as protagonist, but other characters such as Mary, Parasol, Valentine, Double, and Painwheel actually have a lot more major roles. So she's not top tier. In fact, half of her comes, from Samson, her parasite-like hair. So what would I put her on? I honestly think she'd be good on B. And fun fact, this is all my opinion. Please do not flame me for this. Please don't flame me for any of this. This is just opinion. If you want to make your own Skullgirls tier list, then go ahead. Why don't you? I'll even support it. I'll support all of those videos. Okay, so the next character we have is Cerebella. Now it says over here that Cerebella is the member of the Circa des Cartes and wielder of the living weapon Vice Versa, which is basically the hat that she wears. Now it does say that about her information, she's female, she's 18 years old, her birthday is April 11th, blood type is B, she is 5'6", with a weight of 130, and the measurements of 32D, 23 and through 36. I don't know if that's and or through. She likes competition, showing off, cats, professional wrestling, Sudoku, flirting, pleasing Vitaly, which is another character, and teasing her roommate Fang, which is another character. But she dislikes bad-mouthing of the circus, bad-mouthing of the tail, which is another character, like I said before, angry people, quitters, and cockroaches. So honestly, it does say that, being a personality, her personalities, it says over here, energetic, flashy, and spirited, which honestly I think is fitting for someone working at a form of a circus. And, since he's holding this powerful weapon known as Vice Versa, and, she actually knows how to use it really well, along, with her personality, I really think that's gonna have to be an A. That's gonna have to be a solid A tier, a fantastic A tier, I will say. The next character that we have is someone known as Peacock. Now, it says Peacock was originally a human girl by the name of Patricia Watson, who was turned to an anti-Skullgirl biochemical weapon by Dr. Avian. Her arsenal consists of her gang, which includes the Avery unit, Andy Anvil, Tommy 10 Tons, George Bomb, and Lonesome Letty. Now, it says the information, she's female, with the age of 13, birthday is on November 13th, the blood type of B, height is 4'6", with a weight of 94 IBS, and it kind of varies because, you know, robot stuff, with the measurements of 18A, 17 through 20, and she likes cartoons, TV shows, Annie, Girl of the Stars, who, fun fact, Annie's another character in Skullgirls, movies, violence, junk food, fast cars, explosions, cigars, and being in charge. Now, she dislikes weaklings, bureaucracy, authority figures, people, in general, the skull heart, nerds, salad, and chopsticks. Now, personally, here's my opinion, and I don't care what you say. Bam. Probably gonna be the only one up there too. The reason why I'm really putting up her like at S+ tier is just everything kind of clocks out. Everything checks out. Her personality, the backstory. If you were to really get into the backstory, then it's gonna be really crazy. But I really can't fit all that into one video. She looks cartoony, like kind of like a Looney Tunes character, and she portrays that really well. Her attitude and personality, like I said before, is astonishing, and I honestly think she's the best character of all time. Period. The next character that we have on the set is Parasol. Now, it says Parasol is the princess of the Renor family, the rulers of the Canopy Kingdom, and the older sister of Umbrella. She's the daughter of King Franz and Queen Nancy, the previous Skullgirl, and wields the living weapon Krieg in battle. Under her command are the Black Egrets. Now, it says that she's female, she's the age of 25, whose birthday is December 22nd with the blood type of A, who is 5'10", with the weight of 156 IBS, who has the measurement of 34 DD, 24 to 30, is that 3B? No, 38, who likes logic, wine, chess, fencing, training, tennis, diplomacy, philosophy, Black Egret troops, secretly watching Andy Girl of the Stars, kind of like Peacock, and her sister Umbrella, which is another character who I hear rumors that Umbrella and Andy, Andy the Anvil, one of, Peacock's what they're called croonies, could be in the game soon, but I heard that a while ago and they haven't been in. Well, anyway, she dislikes overly emotional people, relying on others, those who speak ill of her family, injustice, the Medici Mafia, the Skullgirl, and her sister's antics. Now, honestly, I think that her story is fantastic, just similar to Peacock's, because, she used to be, she was the previous Skullgirl, who also holds a living weapon, who is also, part of royalty, which is the daughter of a king and a queen, King Franz and Queen Nancy. I said I think it's Nancy, yes. But I honestly think she's a solid S character, solid S. I wouldn't say S+, because the backstory isn't, mental affecting, but she's really up there, fantastically up there. Next character to the right is Miss Fortune. Now, Miss Fortune, who is also referred to by her full name, Nadia Fortune, is a feline feral rendered undead by the life gem that she swallowed, although she's still capable of feeling pain. Now, she's female with the age of 20, whose birthday is at November 24th, with a blood type of B, at the height of 5'8", with the weight of 127 IBS, and the measurements of 32B, 23, and 34. Are these? Oh, jeez, I think I know what those measurements are, but I'm not gonna say it. But she likes to make friends, sunlit naps, volleyball, bowling, golf, parkour, subjecting others to terrible puns, Yuwan's, which is another character, restaurant, dim sum, the fishbone gang, robbing from rich, giving to poor, and potato chips. And she dislikes the Medici Mafia, Black Dahlia, which is another character, sushi, cops, bullies, marsupials, loud noises, and lemonade. Now, honestly, I actually think she's a pretty fun character. Do I think she's all that? Honestly, I think, in my opinion, she's on the same rank as Cerebella. Really good. In fact, it's a mix between Cerebella and Philia, but I think just because, she's, kind of, insane, it's really insane backstory, because, she has the capabilities of just ripping off her own limbs, but she still has the capabilities of feeling pain, so there's that. But still, awesome character, which I would give it a solid A. The next character that we have is Painwheel. Now, Painwheel was once a sweet, caring schoolgirl named Carol, before she was kidnapped and transformed into the monster that she is now by Valentine and Brain Drain, which is a really powerful character who, isn't main character but still very powerful. She's female at the age of 15, probably when she was transformed, with the birthday of October 23rd, with the blood type of SG at the height of 5'1", who weighs 375 IBS, with the measurements of 21B, 18, and 23. She likes flowers. I just read the likes, it made me laugh. Flowers, gardening, walking on the beach at sunset, family, sound of wind, chimes, dogs, nostalgic memories, friends, magenta, and proper etiquette. Now she dislikes ASG Labs, which is a place, Valentine, brain drain, I wonder why, the Skullgirl, the Skull Heart, people in general, her body, mind control, torture, pain, frustration, gossip, styrofoam sounds, loud noises, and bad puns. I can probably tell her and Miss Fortune would probably not have a fun time together. Now, I honestly think that she's really good. Like, it all checks out. Because, like, it's like a combination of, like, kind of like Philia and Peacock. Because she had a backstory that really changed her, but there's still something about her that, like, you know, makes her iconic. Ironically, I think Philia is a really close friend of Painwheel. Now, I know this may be, but I think I'm going to put her next to Philia on B. Not because I don't like her, you know, as much as, you know, I don't like the other ones as much as her, but, like, I feel like it kind of makes the most sense. And if it not, then she'd probably be on A. But that's at least my opinion. So next we have Valentine. So Valentine is the last surviving member of the Last Hope, and is now working with Double and Mary, the current Skullgirl. She is responsible for Painwheel's transformation under the direction of Brain Drain. Now, she's female at the age of 27, whose birthday is on December 25th, which, isn't that, like, when someone was at December 22nd, so, like, she's 3 days ahead of someone, whose blood type's A, at the height of 6 foot exactly, with a weight of 160 ibs, with the measurements 36E, 25 to 40. She likes alcohol, the scientific method, studying things from afar, snakes, wolves, classical music, punctuality, careful planning, taking things apart, news and non-fiction reading, mind games, chess, acoustic guitar, meat, Eastern culture, and dark chocolate. And she dislikes needless formality, sentimentality, weak people, cooking, bedside manner, brain drain, back pain, and candy. Now, something that I don't understand is, hear me out. This is what I'm going to do. Probably my solid A, because, like, next to next to Parasol, I think she's a fantastic antagonist in this game. What I didn't understand, though, was, like, she dislikes Brain Drain, even though she followed his orders to, you know, result in Painwheel's transformation. Now, I'm pretty sure there's, you know, story that has to go with that. But that's something that I just kind of didn't understand, in my opinion at least. But fantastic antagonists. Last but not least, we have Double. Now, Double is a monstrous, transforming creature working under the Trinity, responsible for ensuring that the Skull Heart falls into the right hands and manipulating events according to the goddess's will. Her current guise is a nun under the name Sister Agatha. Now, her gender is unknown, even though she goes under a her known as Sister Agatha, so we'll just say it's a her, which age is unknown, birthday is unknown, her blood type is all and none, her height varies and weight varies, her measurements vary, she likes nothing, and she dislikes nothing. Did you get all that? Because I kinda did, and honestly, here's what I think. I think I'm gonna put her as C. Now, it's not that I hate Double, because Double is actually freaking freaky, but the reason why is basically Double is just mysterious, and if I wanted to, I would put her higher on the list, but, like, there's not much that I know about. There's a bunch of, I know there should be, and I think there is a bunch of backstory about her, but, like, it's so confusing, and also, her main attacks are formation of other people. Now, honestly, I think that's really cool, but on the other page, I'm just like, man, you're just, like, taking everyone else's credit, you pleb. And it's not that I hate her, of course, because I'm pretty sure if I did, I'd die. But I just think that there should be a bit more, you know, like, okay, so she's an antagonist, but I think Valentine is a way more better antagonist, because, in fact, I think throughout some of the main story, is at least for, like, of what I remember from Peacock's, Double just was on Valentine's side, but, like, Valentine was the one who really did all the work, right? At least of what I remember. So she's really just, like, she exists, but she just, I guess, does whatever she wants next to just protecting the Skull Heart and wants to go into correct hands. But that's just my opinion. I think I should just say that's my opinion at the end of everything that I say. So we have all 8 characters done, but now we're moving on to the DLC characters. And first up, we have a really iconic one known as Squiggly. Now, Squiggly, aka Sienna Cancielo, more commonly known as Squiggly, is an undead girl kept sentient thanks to her family's parasite, Leviathan. Her parents were Roberto and Celine, the latter of whom was previous Skullgirl. Her information is that she is female, she's the age of 28, 14 at death. Her birthday is November 2nd with the blood type of Embald, formerly A-, with a height of 5'3" at 118 ibs with a measurement of 28B, 21 to 38, who likes Leviathan, her family, tradition, reading up on current events, animals, particularly birds and snakes, music, singing, noodles, cream soda, cake, burgers, gardening, the smell of incense, bubble baths, and not being dead. Alright. She dislikes the Medici, the Black Dahlia. She dislikes the Medici, Black Dahlia, Double, the Skullheart, rude people, dishonesty, not taking karaoke seriously, thunderstorms, and being dead. Well, I'm pretty sure she's obviously gonna have that one hatred of being dead, and never gonna experience not being dead. Well, I really wish she did. But honestly, she's actually an interesting character, which I'm actually gonna put her, honestly, at an A. Because she's more of a mixture of things, but does them right. Like, she has a part of a parasite known as Leviathan, who, honestly, acts a lot better than, Philia and Samson, because she actually likes Leviathan. I'm pretty sure is a lot more of a better, trustworthy partner. And, honestly, her backstory kind of clocks out, because somehow she's an undead girl, I guess in a way similar to Painwheel, but I guess really just doesn't hate anything. Well, I mean, Painwheel actually likes a lot of, earthly-like things, but I feel like it's just the story of her in general. And there's a lot of stories, which if you want to, I should make just a video just talking about every one of these characters' story. And I'd do it, honestly. I'd like to do that. Next, we have Big Band. Now, Big Band, also known as Ben Birdland, was once a policeman in New Meridian before being turned into a cybernetic weapon by Dr. Avian of Lab 8. Now, before I even move on to his information, this is actually a much similar version of Peacock. And if you know where this is going, then you might already know. He is male at the age of 49, impressively, whose birthday is December 15th, with a blood type of B and a half? What is that? I can't even read that. It's like a B and a tiny b. It's an experimental oil mixture, who has the height of 7'7", who weighs 5,000 ibs, and 95 ibs is organic, with the measurements of 170 to 160 to 150, 57 diameter. He likes a good beat, shoe polish, brass polish, 4-part harmony, autumn leaves, the flat fifth, and the spirit of law, gin, and neat. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be meat, or neat, whatever that is. He dislikes punks, corruption, unresolved dissonance, carelessness, electric shavers, smoothies, narrow spaces. Well, that's kind of interesting. Gotta put him up here. The reason he put him up here is not because, they're really similar, but it's also just to the fact that he's similar to Peacock, but it's like on the other end of the scale, where Peacock was like a young kid, and Big Band's like an old person. And I know some people wouldn't call 50 old, but he's up there. And considering that he's turned to this weapon after, something happened to him which caused him to come out of duty, but they turned him to this, impressive weapon of instruments and all that, I honestly think it's just really cool. I guess I have a knack for transformation. I guess I have a knack for transformation, but that's my opinion, friend. Next, we have Fuqua. Now, Fuqua is a physical clone of Philia, with a parasite, Shamon, being a clone of Samson, who contains 2 souls. One who's the strongest at close combat, and another who was the strongest as range attacks. She was created by I keep saying Bane Drain. She was created by Brain Drain. However, she's actually a joke character, and her existence is non-canonical. She is female, whose age is unknown. Physically, since she's a clone of Philia, probably 16. Birthday's unknown. It's probably the same as Philia's, if you want to be like that. But she's a clone, it doesn't really matter. Blood type is AB at the height of 5'4" at 142 ibs, with the measurements of 34C, 2639, who likes unknown and dislikes unknown. Now, you know what? This is straight up F. Now, even it says that she's a joke character. I understand that, but this is basically just a clone of Philia. but not as good. And even it says, like, you know, oh, she has the souls of someone who's master at combat, master at range. Like, why? You think that if she was a clone, she'd just have the same abilities as Philia. That means she's also already skilled at battle, and along with plebbing... What was that? What was that parasite's name? Shimon? What type of name is that, Shimon? Sounds like something I'd find at a beach. Shimon. Automatic F, because it's just a clone. And there's nothing interesting about it. I understand it's like a joke character, like I said before, but still, come on, they gotta do better than that, but that's my opinion, of course. Next up, we have Eliza. Now, Eliza is the celebrity diva of New Meridian's premier nightclub, Bastard's Den. She is the mistress of Albus and Horus, and has been the host of the skeletal parasite segment, however you spell that, for untold years. Now, she's a female whose age is a secret. Her birthday is on October 17th, who has any blood type, whose height is 5'11", with a weight of 160 ibs on average, and measurements of 36 DD 2414 or 2441 on average. She likes beer, kushari, dolma, old fashions, board games, especially Senate, bathing, dressing up, cats, sunny weather, dancing, singing, being on the spotlight, blood, conquest, and Samson. She dislikes human arrogance, prejudice against parasites, plebeians, missed opportunities, philanthropy, X-rays, living small, trinitism, historical inaccuracies, unhealthy blood, losing her nose, and Samson. Alright, so that I see. Hates and likes Samson, I guess. Honestly, I'm going to put her at, now this may be, I guess, in a way judge-worthy. Let's say D. Now, I honestly like Eliza, but I feel like there just needs to be a lot more about her. I know I'm gonna get so many. This is just my opinion, honestly. I'm basically going off this with only knowing some to none story. I should probably say that first. But I think there just needs to be a lot more, like, you know, if you just told me phrase first, you know, she's the premier at the nightclub. It's like what Cerebella tried to be, or it's what Cerebella is, just not as, you know, just not as strange. That's basically what this character is, strange. And this is basically going to be my entire opinion on all these characters from now on, I just realized. Next we have Beowulf. Now Beowulf is a wrestler who retired at the height of his professional wrestling career, defeating the seemingly unstoppable Grendel, as well as his frenzied Gaigan mom when she nearly ate the audience after her son's defeat. Years later, Beowulf had become restless, wondering if that was his limit. He announced his plans to fight once again. What he didn't mention was that what he didn't mention was that it wouldn't be in the ring, since there's no telling where his greatest opponent will show up. His gender's male, which is beside Big Band, is like the second male character, who is the age of 37, with the birthday of March 31st, with a blood type of O, whose height is 6'7", with a weight of 287 ibs, with a measurement of 55, 38, 42. He likes hunting, working snug, sweaters, tour buses, boots, ladders, fluorescent light tubes, and guaranteed money contracts with microbrews, the sound of an excited crowd, merchandise, and chamomile tea. He dislikes professional writing staff, refined sugar, Allen keys, snakes, disqualifications, taking vacation time, spray-on tans, indoor voices, being told what to do, being told what to wear, and potatoes. I honestly think the story is interesting, as he's taken... I'm going to say this, I'm going to make him a solid B. Because he's kind of doing this thing where you wouldn't think it'd work, but it kind of does really work. And he's the definition of a hyped character. Like, he just screams a lot, basically, like, yelling, like, yo, I'm gonna do this. He's, like, all powerful. And he basically went from being powerful in the ring to being powerful outside the ring. And I honestly think that's amazing. But that's just my opinion. Last but not least, we have Robo Fortune. Now, Robo Fortune, stylized as R Fortune in game, is a robot created by Brain Drain in the likeness of Nadia Fortune. Her information says her gender is not applicable, but has female programming. Her age is first generation, with a birthday being made on January 31st. Her blood type is 10W30 synthetic oil, at the height of 5'6" at 440 IBs, with the measurements of 32B, 23, 34, which can be adjustable. She likes honeypots, integers less than equal to 1, books about dragons, NAND gates, 0x5 0x5T379759 son of 0x5T, is that F or T? Okay, 0x5T3759DF. Unrolled loops of string, mice, Rebecca Purple, I except after C, set play. She dislikes disorder, incompatible file formats, DES or DES, unsalted passwords, salted tastes better, bleeding hearts, weakly typed languages, V or VI, that's 6. Fonts that make O look like 0, look too similar. Okay, fonts that make 0 and O look too similar, check-ins without comments, and Moyer patterns. Now, honestly, here's what I have to say. She is going to take the solid E. And the thing is, I absolutely love Robo Fortune. So, like, here's the thing. I'm only going to put her on E for one reason only. It's because it's kind of like how Brain Drain, because he's cloning characters. It's like Philia, but the thing with Robo Fortune is that she's actually good. She's hilarious. Like, hilariously awesome. Like, just being, like, it's not even like, she's being this clone of Misfortune, but she's partly different because she's robot. She has a bunch of these different abilities. While Philia and Fuqua, however, are basically the same. But the reason why I still say A and she still is amazing is because basically anything above E, or basically anything E or above, I like. Basically F is the one that I like the least, but I'm not going to say that I hate. If I made it really just think that I hated the most, then I'd make an F-. And as you can see, there's really no F- on here, buckaroo. So this is my list. The entire list is complete. At F, we have Fuqua. E, Robo Fortune. D, Eliza. C, Double. B, Philia, Painwheel, and Beowulf. A, Cerebella, Misfortune, and Squiggly. S, Parasol, and Valentine. And S+, Peacock, and Big Band. And that's my entire Skullgirls tier list. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have anything to say about this list, you better type it in the comments section, because I would love to hear out what you think. And that's basically all I have to say. If you want to make your own Skullgirls tier list video, then you gotta do it. I really recommend it. But if you like this video, please be sure to like the video, obviously, and share it with your friends if they, are interested in tier list or, I don't know, Skullgirl videos in general. And why not subscribe to the channel for more content? Hopefully not like this, but maybe if you want more, then sure. Maybe I'll do a tier list on the Skullgirl side characters, or like, just appearances, objects in Skullgirls. But above all else, I will see you in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.